precious sexual chronicles.
We've been doing a segment on here now. I think this is part 8 or 9. The backstory is we have a friend who works up in an adult entertainment store or a sex shop in Colorado. And as you can imagine, she has tons of stories. The store has an arcade booth area, which, if you're unaware, is you pay for an allotted time. You go back and you can go in the booth by yourself, watch some porn, do your thing. There's glory holes, or you can bring people in with you. You kind of get the idea. After the first episode, she mentioned that she has regulars to the store. We got very curious of what type of people would be a regular at an adult entertainment store. So we've been getting biographies of these people. And tonight, we have Mark as our bio.
Ooh.
So we'll go through the bio, and then we have a story for the night as well from the store. Mark is a regular preview and arcade customer. He's homeless and would come to the store pretty much every night and sleep in the preview booths. He's a booster, which if you don't know...
Booth booster.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You're good. Which if you don't know means that he steals from retail stores and sells the stolen merchandise for a lower discounted price. Kind of like what you see at like sports events where there's dudes out front with tickets and stuff. He had recently come to us and told us that Allie used to let him steal from us in exchange for drugs. Now, previous episodes have explained who Allie is. She is a woman with many face piercings and a clown fetish that used to be a coworker of our friend. And she was a shitty coworker, obviously.
Clown fetish.
When Mark would come into the store, he would always pay for a booth at least once or twice a night. But the main reason he came into the store was to sleep. The girl who replaced Allie, who works overnights, befriended Mark and would let him stay for as long as he wanted. We all would buy the stuff Mark was selling and were all pretty friendly with him, all except our janitor Carlos, who is 70 and takes his job far too seriously. He didn't take very kindly to Mark sleeping in the arcade all night for some reason. For the past month and a half, Carlos really had it out for Mark. He would go out of his way to make Mark's life a living hell. Honestly, I didn't get it. He never caused any trouble in the store and was very respectful and protective of all the girls who work here. Still, Carlos would continue to harass Mark and would constantly talk about how he would get Mark banned no matter what it took. All the tension between Mark and Carlos finally came to a head last week. It was around 7:30 a.m. and I had just showed up to do shift change and relieve my coworker. She informed me that she had just sent Carlos upstairs to kick a gentleman out who had been in the preview booth all night. I asked her if Mark was in the store, because his bags were on the side of the register. She just looked at me and said, "I hope he's smart enough to hide from Carlos." Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Gosh dang. Got the coughs tonight. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. My coworker and I heard yelling coming from upstairs. We had hoped it was the gentleman he initially went to kick out of the booth. However, we quickly learned that he had discovered Mark sleeping in one of the booths. We could hear them yelling, and then Carlos came down the stairs and said, "That motherfucker is banned. I don't care what any of you have to say about it." Carlos then went outside to throw the trash. Mark came storming down the stairs a few minutes later and went to leave the store. I was in the middle of a transaction with another customer when I heard Carlos yell, "Have fun in hell, motherfucker." Outside the front door, as I turned around, I saw Mark push Carlos to the ground. Carlos got up and he was honestly shitted. Or he was honestly shitted, is how it said. I don't think this man realized he couldn't just be rude and not expect people to retaliate. Carlos must not have had enough, though, because he got off the ground and continued to yell at Mark. Mark charged at Carlos and pulled a knife on him. Mark caught Carlos' elbow with the blade, but Carlos ran inside and locked the door, preventing Mark from causing any more damage. We spent the next 2 hours on the phone with our corporate office, filling out police reports and being questioned by the police. Needless to say, Mark is now banned from all of our locations. Carlos got what he wanted, but I'm really bitter about not getting $15 makeup from Sephora. Damn. Mark was the plug. The Sephora plug.
It's real shitty. Mark be wildin' with that knife though.
Yeah.